We begin this half hour in the nation's capital, where Maine Governor Janet Mills and President Donald Trump exchanged words over his threat to withhold federal funding to Maine schools if they don't comply with his executive order banning transgender athletes. Mills' response to the president, quote, "See you in court." News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch has our top story tonight.
Your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports.
Tension mounting between the Mills administration and the White House. On Friday, a fiery exchange between the governor and President Trump over Maine's defiance of an executive order to ban transgender athletes from playing in girls' and women's sports.
You better comply, because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good, I'll see you in court. I look forward to that.
The tiff coming just hours after Trump first made the threat to withhold federal funds from the state during a speech to Republican governors.
We are still saying we want men to play in women's sports, and I cannot believe that they're doing that.
Trump's words drawing fierce criticism from Maine's leaders, including Republican Senator Susan Collins, who shares the president's views on transgender participation in women's sports. In a statement, she writes, quote, "I oppose the president's attempt to curtail funding for Maine and will advocate vigorously for our fair share of federal funding for Maine schools." Meanwhile, praise for the president from Republican State Representative Laurel Libby, who gained national attention and scrutiny this week for a social media post showing pictures of a high school athlete who she said was transgender winning a girls' track and field competition.
There's a very simple fix for this. Governor Mills needs to stop playing chicken, and we need to change the policy to ensure that there are no boys playing in girls' sports.
Democrats standing by the view of the Maine Principals Association that the executive order around transgender athletes goes against the Maine Human Rights Act.
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law.
Should this conflict end up in court, Maine law professor Dimitri Baum says it would mark a change from the norm, where disagreements over funding are often between the states and Congress, not the White House.
But certainly much more unusual when the president says, I won't give you the money that's been allocated by Congress because I don't think you're complying with conditions that I want you to comply with.
Donovan Lynch, News Center, Maine.
Before her exchange with Trump, Governor Mills wrote in a statement this morning, "The state of Maine will not be intimidated by the president's threats."